C'est pas toi. Pourquoi t'es revenu?
Carol has been following Alma, her ex-lover, whom she is still madly in love with. She just can't stand the fact that the woman she loves is now married, but she knows that Alma loves her. She is trying to win her back. As she is waiting for Alma to come home, she hides herself inside a car with a young girl who is her friend. This girl is somehow helping Carol to plan how they can convince Alma to come with them and eventually leave her husband. Andrew, Alma's husband, is too drunk the night that he can't even stand properly. As he lies on his bed, Carol came to see Alma. So engrossed with what they feel for each other, they shared a kiss. As they are doing this, a man outside Alma's house was actually observing them. He is Andrew's friend who pretends to be a detective. Alma tells Carol that despite of her decision getting married to Andrew, her heart belongs to Carol. Alma at first can't believe she is seeing Carol again after quite some time. All those times she is with Andrew, her love for Carol remains. Carol convinced Alma to come with her and if she can spend time, just the two of them as they went to a hotel. She then asked the receptionist to give the same key to Alma as she went to the room first. They need to act this way so no one can suspect that they are lovers. As they are now inside the room, the young girl was the one talking with the receptionist and tries to befriend him. She even tells him to bring wine and flowers to Carol and Alma. The so-called detective guy was able to follow them. He is actually Andrew's friend. He wants to investigate Alma and Carol and inform Andrew about what they're doing. This guy talks to the young girl and reveals that he is actually attracted to Alma. And now he has to decide whether he has to tell Andrew about Alma's infidelity since he knows Alma will be really get into trouble. Carol tells Alma how difficult it was for her to cope with the pain. She then remembers the time when they planned to live together and start a new life. She waited for Alma at the airport, but she never came.
Et moi, tu me dévastes pas mes photos studio, toi! Mais t'attendais! Je me suis trouvée près de l'aéroport et j'ai décidé de t'attendre.
As they continued their conversation, the receptionist came and saw the key to Alma's house. The guy said that the young girl was the one who gave the key. Tara gave the key to Alma and told her to just go back to her husband and leave. Alma feels as if she can't really decide if she will stay with Andrew or be with Carol. She then calls Andrew but she heard Carol crying. She puts down the phone and comforts Carol. Alma decides to stay and spend more time with Carol, and this was the chance for them to spend the night making love.
Ne me quitte pas. Ne me quitte pas.
The young girl keeps Alma's friend busy since she doesn't want the guy to know what Carol and Alma is doing. By the time the detective left the hotel, the young girl checks on Alma and Carol and tells them they have to leave. Andrew came to know what's been happening and that Alma left to be with Carol. Carol is driving as the young girl comforts Alma, as she is feeling so anxious about her husband might find out about them. Carol tells Alma to just call her husband since she feels that Alma is still confused. But Alma again decides not to go home yet, and this time around she was the one driving, looks for a hotel for them to stay. Carol realized that Alma's life will be better with Andrew, but this time around Alma is the one pleading for Carol not to leave her. But Carol said that Alma can't have them both. She needs to decide between Carol and Andrew. Alma can't seem to leave Andrew, so Carol tells her to just leave her and go back to her husband. Without their knowledge, the young girl actually informed Andrew and the so-called detective where to find them. Alma went back to the hotel and tells Carol that Andrew is on his way. She then feels sorry about what's going to happen since she knows Andrew will be very upset.
Pardonne-lui maintenant.
Andrew was indeed so furious when he saw Alma with Carol. He is so frantically angry and tells the two women to show to him how they make love, and this made Carol upset. Andrew told Carol that Alma needs to decide if she will stay with him or she is going to choose Carol over him. As they were talking, Alma, feeling so hurt, left the hotel and went on to buy a ticket for a trip going to another city, since she felt like no one really understands what she feels. Good thing their friend, who pretends to be a detective, who is also attracted to Alma, remembered that Alma did mention about leaving the city. So they went to a nearby ship vessel and looked for Alma. They finally saw her there. The events went chaotic when Andrew tells Carol to just leave Alma, and the guy also trying to save Alma from Andrew. The young girl actually has a gun and accidentally shot Alma. Carol quickly attends to Alma and checks on her. The three of them left the ship, and while Andrew runs after them, the girl shoots him. Carol drives the car while the little girl hugs Alma as they look for a hospital to save Alma from the gun wound.
Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.